Hey guys, my name is Keith Bennett. I'm a Regional Agency Director for Globe Life, Liberty National Division, the Everett Agencies. We're located, our home office is in Little Rock, Arkansas with 9 other locations besides our main office in Little Rock. And guys, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna go over a company overview about Liberty National and Globe Life and what we do and how we do it. The first thing I'm gonna go over is our marketing. I'm going to tell you about how we do our marketing. I'm going to go through our company vision because without a vision, people perish. I'm going to go through our agency's career track also. So you're going to see where we start. We all start in the same spot, and then where we're going to finish, or where you want to finish. Basically, it's going to be basically up to you. And the opportunity. We want to know what's out there. What kind of opportunities is in this for me. Also, we're going to go over the incentives, training. Guys, this is something I'm going to say several times today. We're dealing with real people, real money, real lives. And the things that we do in this business, in this career, is going to affect people's lives for generations. So we want to make sure that our training is down. We're not going to throw you against the wall and see if you stick. We're really big on our training. And aside from that, we're going to go through our requirements, or basically what we would expect from you. You may have worked at a job somewhere in the past. You may be working there now that you've been there a few months and they're like, hey, you're not quite doing what we expect you to do. Well, we want to kind of lay that down. Maybe they didn't lay it out for you. We're going to try to do that today. So let's go ahead and get started. Guys, Liberty National, Globe Life Liberty National Division, we were founded in 1900. We're licensed to operate in 49 states. The only state we're not licensed to operate in is the state of New York. The state of New York requires you to be what's called domiciled there. When you're not domiciled there, you have to pay corporate taxes to the entire state of New York. So we just created another company in the state of New York, and we're actually based out of Nebraska. We currently have $40 billion of life insurance in force. And what would that tell me if I were you sitting out there watching this, that when you get a paycheck on Friday, you're gonna be able to cash it. You're not gonna have to hang on to it for a few days until we can get the money in place. You're gonna be able to cash your check the day that you get it. We currently have 50 agency offices, just like the Everett agencies, throughout the United States with about 2,500 agents. And some of our sister companies include Globe Life, Life and Accident Insurance, American Income Life, Globe Life Family Heritage Division, and also United American is a sister company. By the numbers, guys, Globe Life, we have more policyholders than any other company in the United States. We also issue more ordinary life insurance than any other company in the United States. So what I'm trying to tell you is, guys, we are the largest life insurance company in all the United States. Plus, the Everett Agencies has been the #1 agency in all of Liberty National for 5 out of the last 6 years. So whenever you're interviewing with us here at the Everett Agencies, you're interviewing for the #1 company, the #1 agency in all the United States. Also, as a company, we have $3.6 billion of life insurance in force. So that's $3.6 billion of premiums that are being paid in every year. We also, Globe Life has $192 billion of life insurance in force. We are also a member of the S&P 500 index. We're traded on the stock market. How many of you guys out there are Cowboys fans? Here's the thing, you don't have to be a Cowboys fan, but everybody recognizes that star, that silver star. Everybody knows it, and we are one of 10 sponsors of the Dallas Cowboys. We also are a sponsor of the Texas Rangers, so if you're a baseball fan, hopefully one day we're going to get to play in the new Globe Life field. Also, guys, we are a sponsor of FC Dallas. FC Dallas is a soccer team, and they also do, they're really big in the Special Olympics and things like that. Also, they have little smaller leagues all over different cities in the United States. So we're really proud to be sponsors of those guys, and it gives us name recognition. So whenever people see the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to also see Globe Life on that. Our track record for growth, guys, as you can see, since 1993, each year with earned premium revenue, we went up from $1.49 billion all the way up to $3.42 in 2018. Guys, every year we've not had a year that we did not pay dividend to our shareholders. Here's one of the things you want to go for, guys, when you're going to work for a company. You want to make sure that chart doesn't go the opposite direction. If it goes the opposite direction, there's no growth. That's definitely not the company to work at. So what do? We offer supplemental benefits to fulfill the needs of working class people, just like you guys are, just like I am. How do I know that you're working class? Because if you weren't working class, you'd be at home waiting on your next check to show up, or you'd be on your yacht doing whatever yacht people do. I'm not sure if you've ever been on a yacht, you can tell me about it, but I've never been on one. But what we offer, guys, we offer life insurance, supplemental accident and health, cancer, critical illness, and we also do something called Child Safe Kit. So if someone has a child that's abducted, we have kits that they're able to have in place so that they can get that information out quicker to the police. So how do we do it? We have thousands of current companies that we are currently servicing. We do a lot of state and local government. So here in Arkansas, matter of fact, we do 70 of the 75 counties here in Arkansas. We do a lot of school systems also. We're really big on taking care of the teachers and things like that. We have a proprietary lead generation system, which is a lead generation system that is unique to us. We created it specifically for our worksite based business. And also, guys, one of the really cool things about this, and I'm going to say this a couple more times, but in this business, this is all about building relationships. So, people got to like you and they got to trust you. Once they like you and trust you, they're going to do business with you. They like you, they trust you, they do business with you, then they're going to give you referrals to some of their business owner friends. So that business owner referrals, business to business, is a really big way, a really great way to grow your business in this. So our process is we're going to meet with a human resources director. We're going to show them how we can help them attract and retain valuable employees, or quality employees, I guess, with much needed benefits. We're also going to help employees protect their families, which is who they care about most, right? We're also going to help the employees and the employers both save on valuable tax dollars. We do that through the Section 125 cafeteria plan that we're going to set up in place for those companies to take benefits out of their payroll on a pre-tax basis. So we have introductory offers for each employee. The first one being an accidental death benefit. What we're going to do is we're going to come in, we're going to sit down with each and every employee. We're going to give them at no cost. An accidental death benefit is going to cover them, it's going to cover their spouse, and it's going to cover their kids, whether they've got 1 or 15 children, doesn't matter. But God forbid something were to happen to them, we're going to have them covered. We also have a discount card that we give each and every employee. It's giving them access to a national network with thousands of local providers. It gives them discounts on things such as vision, hearing, prescription drugs, and chiropractic, things that people use every day anyway. But we're going to give that to those employees at no cost. So guys, let me kind of show you how this accidental death benefit would work and how our discount card is going to work. So let's say there's a single mom out there. Maybe you're a single mom watching this. Maybe you've got 2 or 3 kids and you've been out of work for 6-8 months. You just went to work for this company, but you can't afford benefits, right? Because you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You need every bit of that money to provide for your family. So whenever you sit down with the HR person at that business, you're not able to protect your family with the benefits yet. But our Liberty National, one of our agents, we're going to come in and we're going to sit down. We're going to give you a policy at no cost. We're going to give you a discount card that's going to save you. It's going to save you money throughout the year. So next year, let's say you've been there for the full year. You've gotten maybe in a better position. Maybe you're making more money. Maybe you've gotten a raise. Maybe you've sold a couple of kids. I'm not sure what you've done, but for some reason or another, don't sell kids. That's illegal. But for whatever reason, you're in a better financial position, and you can afford benefits. Who are you going to buy benefits from? From Liberty National, right? You're going to buy them from the company that gave you something at no cost the year before, and you had it for the full year, and it saved you money on that. That is our marketing. That's how we do that for for our marketing practice. It works really well, and also provides coverage for a full year for folks that need it most. So our employee presentation, guys, this is kind of what it looks like. First thing we're going to do, we're going to come in and sit down with an employee. We use what's called a needs-based approach, okay? We're going to ask a few questions to let that employee show us where their needs are. The first thing we're going to ask them is about their life insurance and whether or not they have permanent life insurance outside of work. I don't know if you guys have ever worked at a business in the past and left that company for whatever reason, but when you leave, 99% of the time, your life insurance, when your head clears that door, your life insurance goes away. So that has created a life insurance crisis in the United States. Because when I was a kid, the life insurance guy came to your house, but nowadays almost everybody gets it at work. So when you get it at work and you leave work for whatever reason, you lose it because most people plan on dying while they're after they leave work, right? Not while they're still at work. We never know, but that's our plan for it. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to cover them with our group term. We're going to cover them with enough to cover their burial and maybe a little bit of final expense. Let's just say $15,000. Here's the thing about our group term policy. We created this policy specifically for worksite because of people leaving work and losing their life insurance. I actually had 2 brothers that died 12 hours apart in 2003. Both of them had left work and lost their life insurance. So I had to bury 2 grown men on the same day. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about our life insurance because it's 100% portable. Whenever someone leaves work for whatever reason, they're able to carry it with them at the rate they participate. It's paid up at the age of 65, so whenever they retire, instead of their life insurance either going way up or going away completely, it's going to be paid for the rest of their life. And also, it's going to carry all the way to age 100. So it's permanent, portable, paid up at age 65, and we also do it pre-tax. So it's going to come out of their check before taxes, so they're going to save roughly 25 cents on every dollar they spend. Again, it's a policy that we created specifically for worksite. It's unique to us. We're the only company in the nation that has this policy, and it's what makes the difference between us and separates us from the other companies, that along with our customer service. The next thing we want to cover on that, guys, is we want to cover some income replacement on that. So what we want to do is that we want to cover at least 1 year's, someone's wages for 1 year. We like to do it for 2 years because studies have shown that it takes about 2 years for a family to recover after the death of a family member on that. So what we want to do is we're going to pay that out. Instead of paying it out on one lump sum, we're going to pay out that $40,000. Let's say we're talking about Johnny over here makes $25,000 a year. We're going to pay that out on a monthly benefit, on a monthly basis, excuse me. So every month they're going to get a check just like that spouse is still working. You can see the difference that will make in someone's life, especially if it's a mother that just lost her husband and she's got kids. You can see they're continuing to get that check in. That way the mom can go and get another job or whatever she needs to do to make sure she provides for that family. So that's something else that we want to cover. We do that, again, with our needs-based approach. And finally, guys, cancer. The CDC says that 1 out of 2 families are going to be affected by cancer in their lifetime. Well, guys, every time I do any kind of group interview like this, the whole room, I ask them to raise their hand if they've not had anybody affected with cancer, and I hardly ever have anybody raise their hand because almost every family that I'm around has been affected with cancer. So what we want to do with that, guys, we've got a tremendous cancer policy, and it's what we want to do is we want to cover about 6 months of someone's income with our cancer policy. So if someone's diagnosed with cancer, we're going to write them a check for 6 months of their income. We can do anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000. If you see on this slide that I'm showing you right here, this is based on someone, let's say they're making $30,000 a year, and we want to give them about 3.5 months to 4 months of their income on that. Because here's the thing, you see the prices up there, $39.34 a month or $9.08 a week. That $9.08 a week is what we want to keep them on a budget. All right, we don't want them to spend more than an hour's worth of wages a week on our products. $9.08 a week on budget, and they're only going to feel about $7.50 out of her check, okay? Because people are working to provide for their families, not just to buy insurance. So let's say if someone's diagnosed with cancer, what's the first thing the doctor says? Okay, we're going to start the radiation chemotherapy and need you to go home and rest. How can you go home and rest whenever you've got light bills to pay, you got car payments to make, you've got food to put on the table, right? How can you go home and rest when you know if you're not working, that money's not going to be there? So we want to make sure that you have that ease of mind, peace of mind to be able to go home and rest, because we're going to write you a check that's going to cover anywhere from 3 to 6 months of your income on that. So guys, all that, you see those policies right there, it's based on a 35-year-old individual. If you were to present that program to 10 employees in 1 week, just in your mind while you're sitting there, think how many folks do you think would enroll in that coverage? The actual answer is 6. We get about 60% participation at all of the businesses that we go. Some businesses, let's just say blue collar, where they sweat, we're going to get 70 to 80% participation at those businesses. White collar businesses like the state and local governments and things like that, we get a little bit lower just because they have a lot more insurance companies that come in and take care of them. So, but across the board, about 60% participation. So how would that work as far as income with 60% participation out of 10 employees? Well, if you look right there on the slide I'm showing you, you see 6 sales. Just follow it across there. You got it's going to generate about $836 of income for a weekly advance. It's going to generate almost $600 of bonus. The cool thing about bonus, guys, is that Liberty National pays us bonus every week. It's not once a month or once a quarter or maybe once a year when you get a Christmas bonus. So the really cool thing about that is they pay us that bonus every week. That bonus is based on how consistent we are. The more consistent we are, the higher bonus level is. So if you keep on going across, you're looking at about $1,400 a week, $6,000 a month, $73,000 a year. So guys, I don't know where you're at in life right now. That $73,000 may be more than you're used to making. It may be less than you're used to making. I'm not sure, but here's the cool thing about it that you can see on that. Depending on how you work, guys, that's what your income is based on. It's performance-based income. It's going to put you in the driver's seat to earn what you deserve to earn. How many of you guys are sitting out there right now, you're working right beside somebody, maybe they do half the work you do, Maybe they take a lot more breaks. You're having to cover for them, but whenever y'all get y'all paychecks, their check is more than yours because they've been there longer. They got seniority on you. Maybe they've been there a year or two longer, so they get more. Guys, that doesn't happen at Liberty National. The folks that work the most and work the hardest and accomplish the most get paid the most in this business. So it's time to, for you to earn what you deserve to earn. Our training system, again, guys, I said it earlier, I'm gonna say it again. We are a system-based company, okay? No company in history can grow with the growth that we have without being based on a system. We're really big on our training because we're dealing with real people, real money, real lives. So the first thing we're gonna do is put you through a week of classroom training in our local office in Little Rock or in Dallas. Depending on where you're located at. You're gonna learn our presentation, you're gonna learn our products. After that, you're gonna spend a minimum of 2 weeks in the field with one of our managers. They're gonna go through our presentations, our rebuttals. You're gonna observe 100% participation from the time we sit down with that first business owner until you're sitting down with each one of the employees and working through our needs analysis with them. After that, we got online training, continuing education, updates on products, advanced training, management development. Guys, here's the thing to understand about this. You never arrive. There's never a top spot in this company. There's always places to go. There's always changes and different things. And we're always learning, we're always developing, we're always becoming better on that. So we're really big on that. Guys, and also that management development, one of the things we're really big on is leadership development. We want to make sure that we're bringing in new people and teaching them how to be leaders because we need more leaders in life, not just in business. Renewals incentives. Guys, this is my favorite part of this whole presentation on this, and I will tell you why. Before I came to work here, well, let me go back a little bit further, guys. I will tell you where I'm from. I'm from Judsonia, Arkansas. If you guys have ever been there, I'm just a dumb old country boy from Judsonia, Arkansas. I grew up on a farm, basically. Got out of high school and started in the construction business. Worked in construction for 20 some odd years. But when I was 12, guys, my dad got sick. He was sick he's in the hospital for a year. Once he got out of the hospital, he was a 150-pound baby for the next 3 years. We had to wipe him, feed him, and bathe him. I lost two brothers, again, like I said, 12 hours apart in 2003. I actually got divorced in 2005. 2010, I lost my mom to lung cancer. And the way that I dealt with all that stuff that it went on was through alcohol and drugs. I got really bad on alcohol. I was the fun party guy with the drugs, and somebody would give me something and I would take it and then ask them what it was gonna do to me afterwards. Guys, along with that, I tried not to believe that there was a God because of all the things that had happened in my family. And matter of fact, when I did believe, I hated God. But in May of 2012, I got up one morning and I had jobs to measure. I was out of beer. I was drinking about 3, sometimes 4 30 packs of beer a week. I was out of pills, and I had someone coming to my house that night that shouldn't have been coming over there. And I walked into my bathroom, and when I walked into my bathroom, I turned on my shower. And as I turned on my shower, I just turned and looked in the mirror, and God decided to let me see who I was. I spent that whole day in my bathroom just screaming, crying, cussing. I was under conviction. I had no idea what conviction was. I just knew something was wrong. And I was broken. At the end of the day, I finally said, okay, God, this is real. I don't know what to do. Please help me. I instantly knew that I had to go to church and see my daughter's pastor. That was a Thursday. I went to church on Sunday. I saw my daughter's pastor. He said, hey, Keith, it's good to see you. I'm gonna come and see you this week. I was like, fantastic. I need to talk with you. He came over a few days later and he walked me through salvation. I tell people that I had a road to Damascus experience in my bathroom, and then a few days later when my pastor came over and he walked me through salvation, the scales fell off my eyes and I understood, and it changed my life. May 19th of 2012. A year later, I'm working in my construction business, guys, and of course with all the stuff I'd done in the past, the drugs and alcohol, it went from here down to here, and I wasn't doing really well. I had a guy working for me that I needed to fire because he was still doing a lot of drinking, and I just couldn't be around that anymore. And a guy that used to work for me in my construction business about 15 years earlier, his name was Jacob Harr. He came to my house, and he was working for the Everett Agencies out of Little Rock, Globe Life, Liberty National Division, Everett Agencies, and he came over and he said, hey, visiting with me, how's it going? How's it been, what have you been up to? And are you looking for anything different? And I said, well, not really. I don't know what else I would do. All I've ever done is construction. He said, well, I think you would be really good at what we do. I'd like for you to come down and meet Jason Everett. And I said, okay, sure, I'll do it. So the next Monday, I loaded up and I drove to Little Rock from Searcy and walked into Jason Everett's office. And he slid a book across his desk and said, hey, Keith, have you ever heard of Jonathan Edwards? And I said, yeah, actually I have. Last week my pastor preached on him and I found it really intriguing, so I had studied it. So we visited for about an hour in his office. I got ready to leave from his office, and we really didn't discuss what they did. I just knew I liked him and I trusted him. And I got in my truck and I'm driving back to Searcy. Okay, after about an hour, I'm driving home. And I get about halfway back to Searcy. I've got jobs I got to go measure. I got all kinds of stuff that's going through my head I'm thinking about. And about the time I get to Jacksonville, Arkansas, it hits me that I'd been spoken to. And I could not grab my phone fast enough. Through that Jonathan Edwards book, it just popped in my head that, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be. I couldn't grab my phone fast enough. I grabbed it and I called Jason. I said, hey, if you can get me in that licensing class, I'll get started tomorrow. And he said, okay, fantastic. Here's where you need to be. Show up. So guys, I showed up the next morning at the licensing class. I got licensed. A month later, Jason moved me into management. A year later, I become an agency director. The next year after that, I become a regional agency director. And guys, to say I'm blessed in this business is an understatement, because for the last 3 or 4 years, me and my teams, we've been at the top of the company, and it's just really crazy on what this what this opportunity does for us. But guys, I'm telling you, strong work ethic. God gave me a really strong work ethic. I love to come in and I love to work, and I've just put that forward on this. And anybody that has a work ethic like that can have the growth that that some of us have seen in this. So now back to the renewals and incentives, guys. The number one reason people choose a career in the insurance industry is residual income. If you know how that works, there's only a couple other industries you can get into to get the residual income. One of them would be music or singing, So if you've got an album out, then you know what residual income is, because you're probably getting some. Or even in acting, they get residual income on movies they've done in the past and stuff. And then from that, it's insurance. The insurance industry is where we get the residual income. I want to kind of rephrase that a little bit too. The number one people get involved in the insurance industry is because they care about people. Because guys, here's one thing in this business: if you don't care about people, it's really hard for you to do the work that you're supposed to be doing, to be able to earn what you need to earn and take care of the families the way you're supposed to take care of them. Because like I said, real people, real money, real lives. So again, with our renewal income, agents and managers are paid from policies that are sold in the past. We potentially earn thousands of dollars each month before any new sales are made. So this is kind of what it would look like. After 1 year, you're looking at about a car payment on that, right? After 2 years, you're looking at about a house payment. Once you've been here for 5 years, you're looking at about $4,000 of monthly renewal income. Aside from any money that you've earned, besides that, you're going to be getting that renewal income each month after 5 years. What we offer right now is a 10-year vesting program, okay? After 10 years, you're fully vested in all the policies that you've written. So you would receive 100% of the renewals for the life of the policy. So you take that 5 years, that $4,078, and double it. Let's just say $8,000 a month, $96,000 a year. How many of you guys could retire off of $96,000 a year? If you can't, you got 10 years to get your spending habits down to where you could, okay? Guys, we also have a program, it's called our PVFC, Present Value of Future Commissions. And it's where we're able to go in each and every month. We're able to go in and see what where our renewals are built up to, or basically it's our retirement. We're able to see what our retirement is up to. Guys, I want to tell you another little story. The week before Jacob Haar came to my house and invited me down to meet Jason Everett, I had finished a job for a builder. He'd handed me a check, and he said, hey, I need you to hang on to this check until next week before you cash it or before you deposit it, because I've got to go get a draw on this job before you can do anything with it. I said, okay. So I went home. The next morning I get up, I walk into my kitchen and open up my cabinet and I have 2 pieces of bread and enough peanut butter and jelly for 1 sandwich. And that day I had to decide if I was going to have that sandwich for breakfast or if I was going to have it for dinner whenever I got home. So I prayed in my kitchen that morning. I said, God, you've given me a powerful testimony, and I'm going to share it with anybody and everybody that'll stand in front of me. I know you've got something for me. I don't know what it is, but whenever you open up that door, please punch me hard enough that I know to walk through the door, and I'm gonna give you all the praise and glory for it. And I told you on my way back from meeting Jason that I felt like I'd been spoken to with that book, so God definitely punched me on that. So guys, speaking of our PVFC, right now when I go in, I've been with the company for 7 years. May 31st of 2013 is when I started. And when we go in and I look at my PVFC, it's built up to just under $700,000. What other company can you go to work for and in 7 years build up almost $750,000 of retirement? I don't know any other company you can do it with. But guys, just 7 years ago, I had 2 pieces of bread, enough peanut butter and jelly for 1 sandwich. I've got 5 grandkids now. These renewals that I'm building up, when I'm dead and gone, they're gonna pay out to my wife. They're gonna pay out to my kids. They're gonna pay out to my grandkids. I'm building wealth for my family that I never could have built in the construction business. I never even knew existed until Liberty National. So whenever we talk about the opportunity of a lifetime here, guys, this is definitely the opportunity of a lifetime for the right people. So the type of people that we seek, we're looking for team builders, people with a strong passion for helping people, folks that are coachable. Guys, if you get told that you're a know-it-all more than once a week by someone other than your spouse, you may not be as coachable as you think you are. Also, we're looking folks with high integrity. That's who you are in the dark, right? We have to be the same people no matter who we're in or what we're doing or what kind of money is involved in it. If you get up in the morning and you walk in the living room or in the bathroom, and you look at yourself in the mirror, would you trust that person looking back at you with your family and your finances once you're passed away on that? That's the folks that we're looking for that's got that integrity, that are gonna do the right thing no matter what's at stake. Also, we're looking for people with self-worth. Guys, if you've been running and running and running in that hamster wheel, and if you jumped off right now, would you be in the same place you were this time last year? Would you be ahead of this time last year, or would you be behind? We're looking for the folks that like, hey, you know what? I'm worth more than what I've been making. I deserve more. I can do more. I'm gonna do more. That's what we're looking for. You come in and you bring that drive like that into us, guys, and we're gonna help develop you into the best person that you can be in this business. So our leadership career track, guys, we all start in the same spot. Every one of us, we're all gonna start right there in the ground floor as a benefit specialist or a career agent, whatever you wanna call us. You can see the range of income there on that. And guys, even our number one guy in the company, he started in the same spot. Jason Everett, number one agency owner in all of Liberty National, he started in the same spot. I signed the same contract that every one of those guys did. We all start in one spot, and then we go, wherever we go from there is up to us. The next level above that we're looking at filling is for a supervising agent, and as a supervising agent, you get to help us train other people, and Liberty pays you more money for it. Above that, we have agency director position. And then after that, we have a regional agency director, which is the position that I'm in. And then above that, you have our agency owner position. Guys, here's the thing. This agency owner position isn't something that's gonna take you 7, 8, 9, 10 years to get to. I've got several people that I work with that I know that have become agency owners in less than 3 years. Phenomenal. It's almost unheard of. There's no other company that you can go to work for and become an agency owner in that short amount of time. I got a girl that she was 24 years old, and she had been with a company for 3 years, and now she's an agency owner in Denver, Colorado, doing a fantastic job on there. So guys, that's our leadership career track. That's where we can go to. Here's the thing about it. There's no cap on any position that you want to find yourself in or see yourself in. There's no cap there. You can earn any kind of income you can. Again, the renewal income, guys, that's my favorite part of it. You can build as much renewal income as you want on that. So guys, for those of you from, I'm gonna say Texas. This is the United States. I don't know how much geography they study in Texas. I'm gonna make fun of a little bit, but no, just kidding. Guys, here's the thing. Most of our offices, the 50 agency offices that we have, are on the east side of the Mississippi. Out to the west, we have no agency offices out there. We have 2 or 3. We have one in Denver, we have a couple in Texas, we have one in Nebraska, we have one in Salt Lake City. But other than that, the western side of the United States is wide open. So let's say you're wherever town you're in right now and you're like, you know what, I don't want to be here forever. So guys, fantastic. There's a great opportunity for you in any state that you'd like to go to and pursue this career. First of all, we're going to train you right there in your local office, wherever you're located at right now. So guys, what I've been saying about Liberty up to this point is my own personal feelings, but this is what financial stability companies say about us. We are A+ superior from AM Best. A+ strong from Fitch. We're also, since 1995, guys, we have been listed as the Ward's top 50 of all life health insurance companies in the United States. There's maybe 2,000 insurance companies in the United States, and we've been in the Ward's top 50 every year since 1995. That's pretty cool, and we're really proud of that. Guys, year after year, we get the opportunity to qualify for a place to go on convention and take a guest with us. We go to some really, really cool places. We've been to Puerto Rico, we've been to the Bahamas, the Dominican Republic, and also places such as Cabo. We're getting ready to go to Cabo soon, guys. We're really excited about that. All you have to do is just be above company standards to be able to qualify for these conventions each and every year. 100% all expense paid. It's a phenomenal time. We have an award show that's like a Vegas show. It's really neat stuff, guys. It's definitely a great incentive to want to come to work here with Liberty National. Our company's culture, guys, we have a program that we created a few years ago. It's called Make Tomorrow Better. Here's the thing, guys, about this career. We get to help a lot of families, a lot of employees protect their families. We get to see when people go through catastrophic events, we're there making sure they're taken care of. But here's another cool thing about it. Liberty National pays us really, really well for what we do. So we're able to give back. We don't make anybody give back on this, but we strongly encourage it because we can't change the world, but we can change it for one person at a time on that. So you can see some of the numbers there that we've put up on our contributions since 2012, over $700,000. It's really cool. It's something that's very dear to us, and it just brings us together as a family. That's something you have to understand when you come to work with the Everett agencies, Liberty National Everett agencies. You're joining a family. You're not just going to work for a company. Our requirements for success, guys, first thing is a professional certification. You have to have a state insurance license. You have to have a laptop or at least access to one because you can be using it on a daily basis. You got to have the willingness to embrace our culture. Guys, I said a while ago that we are a system-based company. We're going to train you 100% on our system, and you've got to embrace that, okay? Also, you got to have that extra commitment and willingness to receive our classroom training, field training, and mentoring. Finally, bringing that entrepreneurial attitude with you guys, because you are an independent contractor building your business at the rate that you desire. Wherever you see yourself, guys, we're here. We're the ones here to help you get to that point. So what's next? Guys, if you would just scroll down and click on that link that you have there that shows up in front of you. And our leadership team, we're gonna evaluate, we're gonna discuss potential candidates on this. And guys, and once we make that final selection interview, I hope that you're one of the folks that we select to move forward with us. I'm looking forward to meeting you and watch you grow in your career. If that's you, good luck and God bless.